A bid has gone in for Crystal Palace's Sam Johnstone as Forest look to replace Matt Turner. Welcome to your transfer news. Good morning, good evening, or good night. Hope you guys are doing well, and welcome to your latest Nottingham Forest transfer news. In today's video, we will tell you all the latest about Sam Johnstone and how this has come back about. And we have another here we go as Ribeiro signs for Forest. Not Yuri. We'll get into that. Before we do, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Forest Fan TV if you are new. And let's kick this off with the keeper, because I've said what I needed to say about Turner. Actually, I'll be saying more this evening, but anyway. I think we're all in agreement. Forest need a keeper. Turner, not good enough. Vlachodimos, not getting the game time, which must by default make him worse than Turner, which is unimaginable in itself. So Forest are hitting that button to bring a goalkeeper in, and they're going after Sam Johnstone. Now, this is not going to be an easy deal to get done. Firstly, we told you a few days ago, I can't remember, it must have been a few days ago, that Forest had put a loan offer in for Sam Johnstone with an option to buy, and Palace flat out refused it. And we all thought that was the end of it. And then this morning, I was getting reports to say that Forest are back and interested in Sam Johnstone and will look to put a permanent offer in. And what I'm hearing, still not fully confirmed, is that a bid has gone in for Sam Johnstone. Now, Forest to do this on a perm deal, as we all know, PSR and all the usual BS, the Mangala deal has to go through. So Mangala is pretty much a done deal, as I told you guys earlier. Everyone's expecting him to sign on the dotted line. That money will then be used to get Sam Johnstone over the line. But it's about the valuation of him now. Crystal Palace want about 12 to 15 million pounds to even consider Sam Johnstone as an option. He's 30 years old. They got him off as a free off West Brom. He used to play for Man U back in the day. He's had a few international caps for England as well. 30 years old, quality keeper. The Palace fans still love him, and they debate, as I said to you when we first broke this a few days ago, they debate whether him or Hendo should be their number one. So he's got and look, bottom line, he's better than Turner. I mean, I'm better than Turner, for God's sake, but you get what I'm saying. He's a lot better than Turner. I would feel safe with him between the sticks at the City Ground. So I'm really interested in this. To be honest, I'm interested in anyone stage. I know I have a little desperation in my voice when it comes to this goalkeeper situation, but this is a well thought out bid in terms of the player we're going after, because he's got Premier League experience. He speaks English, obviously, so he knows the country, he knows the system. There's gonna be no bedding in time with him. Yes, he did have an injury earlier on in the season, and he lost his place to Dean Henderson more recently of Palace. So he is going to be interested in first team football. Now, he is not desperate to get out of Crystal Palace, but he is very keen on getting first team football. And this is where the stars start to align. That if he needs first team football, if Palace, who spent 15 million on Dean Henderson in the summer, are pushing that because they've got to play their new shiny toy, then he knows that if he's going to have any shot at the Euros, for example, this summer with England, he's going to have to get first team football, and ideally in the Premier League as well, to show how competitive he is. So this will work from his perspective. What he's going to need from Palace is clarification on who is their number one. If they do turn around and say to him, it's Hendo, mate, you're sitting second fiddle now, then he's going to have to move. If they say to him, it's up for grabs, you can fight it out, then maybe that seed of doubt won't persuade him to move. But either way, Forest would be an upgrade on Palace. No disrespect to Crystal Palace, which is a bigger, better club. So can I see this one happening? Yes, but I don't expect it to get over the line till the 11th hour. And my worry with this is there are so many things that could fall through on it, that if Forest put all their eggs in the Sam Johnstone basket and we get to 10, 11 o'clock tomorrow night and this deal hasn't done, then we could end up stuck with Matt Turner. So that's my biggest worry about this. I will feel so relieved if this could get done today, but realistically speaking, I would be very impressed if things would move that quickly. So I'm being told Forest have submitted a bid. What the bid is, I don't know. I would guess it's somewhere between 12 and 15 million, and it's probably made up of payment structures, add-ons, etc. So maybe a 5 million outlay to start with. All these things are ticking my boxes. How do you guys feel about Sam Johnstone? And do you think Forest should just have a backup being worked on in the background just in case this one falls through? Because it really, really could. Get your thoughts in down below. Okay, let's move on to our second story. And this is a big one still because Rodrigo Ribeiro is a red. He is here we go and is on his way over to Nottingham Forest. The 18-year-old who literally has played no games for Sporting. He's basically played, I think, 6 senior games. He's a striker. He has good potential, but even I can't say to you guys I know too much about him. No relation as far as I understand to Yuri. Shout out to him. Hope he's doing well. But he has potential. And when I first heard this deal as a loan deal, it did make me scratch my head a little bit because I was like, what's the point? What are we gaining by loaning an 18-year-old who's probably going to be just a backup to not even Tyro, but Chris Wood? And then when you break down the deal and the structure of it, it kind of makes sense because apparently he's only got 6 months left on his contract. There could be, on top of that, if he's extended out his contract, I can't quite confirm that yet, but there could be as well attached an obligation to buy subject to appearances. So let me try and say that all in layman's terms. How I feel this deal works for Forest is that they'll get him, they may use him for a few games. If they feel there's potential in there, then they can make this into a permanent deal because otherwise it doesn't make sense. Otherwise, what you're doing is you're just, helping progress his career for Sporting without actually getting any benefit from Nottingham Forest. So in a weird way, this deal would make sense because if we do develop him this season, if he does show potential, then Forest can sign him up. And that way we haven't just done it for nothing. Now, is he going to be the finished article? No. You probably say he's at the same stage of his career as Christina Aguilera is, for example. That would be the likeliness I would give you to in terms of a career pathway so far. So if Forest are going to bring him in, if Forest are going to develop him, then we need to be the ones who benefit from the rewards of it. But in terms of how good is he on the pitch, what can he bring, what are his special traits, honestly, I can't sit here and say with much chest to you guys much about him. So this is going to be a future project kind of player, an Omar Bamadeli, an Aguilera style player. But we will have to wait and see. Now, this is done deal. It's agreed. Terms are agreed. He's on his way over to Nottingham. So all is looking good on this one. But what are your thoughts on him? Do any of you or have any of you seen him play? Let me know in the comments down below. All right, let's move on and talk about our other signing. And Raina, as we broke to you this morning, is a red, obviously, but has landed in Nottingham. Took the flight from Dortmund, landed at about 11:30 a.m. Will undergo the standard routine medical and then should hopefully be announced at Nottingham Forest sometime, maybe this afternoon. So, am I happy about this one? Hell yeah. Especially as we have an option to buy on him because I'm expecting big things from him. Not going to overhype him up just yet. But trust me, we've got a player on our hands here. So if you're excited about all the transfers potentially coming in, please don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to Forest Fan TV if you are new. And go check out all our post-match interviews with the AFTV boys. We got Lee Judges, we got Don Robbie, and we got Julian, all talking about their thoughts on the Forest Arsenal match last night. Thank you for watching. We'll no doubt see you again very shortly for another transfer video. So make sure you have your alerts on. And follow us on our socials, official FFTV on both Insta and on X. And come on, you Reds.